Before we get started, please go over to Amazon.com and grab a copy of my book, Education and Justice. If you have an African-American son in public school, you need this book because I teach you the many ways that public schools mistreat African-American boys and what you can do to help your son. So go over there and get your copy immediately. How many of you all remember Donald Trump bragging about what a great economy he built when he was in office in his first term? And he repeated those talking points over and over and over again, campaigning for this election. Well, look, what he didn't say is he inherited a really good economy from Barack Obama. And I'm going to show you in some data in just a moment. He never said that. And so it seemed as if he took nothing and made something out of it. When actually what happened was he was given something nice and he just needed to let it continue being nice, basically. Right? And that is what happened until COVID came. And the way he handled, or one could say mishandled, COVID, that caused the economy to absolutely tank. And that is what Joe Biden inherited. Well, this time around, I think it's important for us to remember and to point out so that we can remember that once again, the Democrats are handing Trump a good economy. All right, that should be on the record. There should be no ifs, ands, or buts about that. He's getting a decent economy. All right, so he's not taking nothing and going to make something out of it. He's taking a good economy, and hopefully he can make a very, very, very good economy out of it. Because, look, we all want that. I mean, that's good for the country. That's good for all of us. So we want that. But we want him to make claims about the economy that are based on the facts. And the fact is he will inherit a really good economy. In fact, let's look at some of the accomplishments of this economy that Trump will be inheriting. So first of all, it came out recently from the Bureau of Labor Statistics that total non-farm payroll employment increased by 256,000 in December, and the unemployment rate changed little at 4.1%. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported today. So those are good numbers. Those are very good numbers, and we are happy for those numbers. Now, Trump will be inaugurated in just a few days. So this is what Biden is literally handing him. Okay, so let's go now and look at some other information about this economy. And once again, we just want to make sure it is on the record. All right, now, look at this graph, and you'll see that on the far side of the black line, you see it says Obama admin or administration. And then in between the black and red line, you see that it says Trump administration. And then you see on the far side of the red line, you see Biden administration. Now, what I want you to pay close attention to here is the red line that I have going across the bottom of both the Obama administration and the Trump administration shows that inflation was pretty much the same for both administrations. And since Obama's administration preceded Trump's, that means Trump inherited the inflation rates for the Obama administration. So all Trump had to do was just let it keep rocking. And that's what happened until we see what happened around COVID. What happened around COVID is a recession occurred. And according to folks like Bob Woodward, and even things we've seen and heard with our own mind, our own eyes, our own ears, Trump mishandled COVID in a number of ways. and that caused the economy to tank. When Joe Biden came in office, inflation was pretty good, but it started going up in 2021 because of all kinds of issues, supply chain issues. The demand of things started increasing. There was not enough supply to fulfill that demand, and that's going to cause prices to increase. And then there was a whole lot of price gouging as well. And so it went way up. But it has come way down under Biden and Harris. Okay? Now, so let's go back over to the other screen and we will look at the Dallas Morning News report from today. It says U.S. hiring picked up unexpectedly in December as employers added 256,000 jobs, another sign of the economy's resilience in the face of high interest rates. The Labor Department reported Friday that job growth was up last month from 212,000 jobs in November to the 256 here in December. Getting a clear view of the U.S. job market hasn't been easy the past few months. Hurricanes and big strike at Boeing threw off the October jobs number, pushing them down and setting up a payback rebound in November that likely exaggerated the strength of hiring. The December jobs number delivered a clear reading of where things stand. Over the past few years, the economy and the job market have shown surprising resilience, responding to inflation that hit a 4-decade high 2.5 years ago. The Fed raised its benchmark interest rate, the Fed's fund rate, 11 times in 22 and 23, taking it to the highest level in more than 2 decades. So to get that inflation down, the Fed's raised the interest rates. And we know the past 2 quarters of 2024, they lowered the interest rate. I think it was just the past 2. I don't believe it was the third quarter. It could have been the second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter. I can't remember, but maybe this article, but I know at least those 2 quarters. So the higher borrowing costs were widely expected to cause a recession, but didn't. Companies kept hiring, consumers kept spending, the economy kept rolling along. And fact, U.S. gross domestic product, the nation's output of goods and services has expanded. The GDP has expanded at a robust annual rate of 3% or more in 4 of the last 5 quarters. Right? American workers enjoy unusual job security. Layoffs are running below the pre-pandemic trend. On Thursday, the Labor Department reported that just 212 people applied for employment benefits last week, the fewest in nearly a year. Inflation has come down from a peak of 9.1% in June 2022 to 2.7% in November. So things are looking a lot better. And Biden and Harris are now about to hand that over to President-elect Trump. All right. Now let's go back. I got all this in a table form. And so we can look at what Trump handed over to Biden in 2020. Biden took office in 2021. And what Biden will be handing over to Trump in just a few days. All right. So Trump, 2020, job growth for that last month of 2020, it created 140,000 new jobs, which was way down than the 256 this month. Inflation rate, according to the BLS, was 1.6%. And under Biden this last month, 3.3%. So the inflation rate was good in 2020 when Trump handed that over to Biden, but the hailstorm was just around the corner as a result of COVID. And as soon as Biden took office, it started shooting up. Nothing that he did, all the economics around COVID caused it to shoot way up over 2021 and 2022. All right. Black unemployment rate then was 9.9% that particular month, December of 2020. And Biden now has it down to 6.1%. Now for the entire nation, it is 4.1%, but black unemployment rate is always higher than what it is for the nation. So 6.1% for African Americans. Now, keep in mind, in 2023, black unemployment rate under Biden was the lowest it has ever been. Okay? It was under 4%. I can't remember exactly what it was, maybe 3.6% or something. It was lower than what Trump claimed to have been the lowest in history. I think when Trump said that, that may have been the lowest up to that point, but Biden took it even lower in 2023. And then the GDP, when Trump handed the economy over to Biden, it had contracted by 3.5%. That means it wasn't growing. Not only was it not growing, but it began to contract. All right, so that means the economy was not doing well, as to be expected because of COVID. But when Biden hands this thing over to Trump in a couple of days, the economy would have expanded by 3%. 3%, and this is according to the BEA, the Bureau of Economic Analysis. 3% expansion. So the economy is doing well. Trump will receive a good economy. Let's see what happens. Let's see what he does with it. The main point of this video is to have some stuff on the record, right? So that the Republicans, because Trump will not be able to run again unless the Constitution is changed or something, but he should not be able to run again. But Republicans obviously can say, well, our policies are best for the country, and we saw what happened for the 4 years of the second Trump administration, so hire us again to keep this thing going. So that's why I'm making this for the record. All right, now, before I forget, please, we recently, after a lot of hard work, we went through a whole lot of red tape to get our merch store up and running. So you literally now can go to our channel, our YouTube channel, and you will see our merch. You'll see hoodies and t-shirts and mugs, etc. So go over there and get what you want. We appreciate it. By the way, every dime you spend on our merch, we're going to donate a percentage of it to some charity. Okay? So that helps us continue to not only make videos, but to impact the less fortunate as well. Okay? So go over there and get you some merch from the Defiant Lawyers. All right, that's going to do it. I am Reverend and Civil Rights Attorney Augustus Corbett. Thank you for watching this video. And until the next time, peace.